I don't want our friendship to change when I have my dream body. I want you to support me in my new skin.
It's not going to change. I'm just like, who are you these days?
It's not going to change. Don't tell me that. I'm a month in. It may.
No, our friendship isn't going to change.
Good. I was like, it may change, you fucker.
Wait, what is your HRV from last night?
Awful.
What was it?
This watch
What were you
is
asking
destroying
Jock about his numbers?
Look at Jock's little feet.
Little.
What are they? Size 8?
No, stop. I'm going to guess. Those
10
are
and a
a
half.
size. Stop. Those are a size 12.
Yes.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
8.5.
Your little baby
Their
clunkers.
black makes everything look smaller, so that's why.
That's true.
They look like toddler feet.
Welcome back to another episode of Kottie is
Harassing Jock.
trying to change her body.
It's tired, guys. Okay, 28.
I don't even understand. I want to call my dad and ask him about HRV. It's like one more thing, and it's not like it. Like BPM is like they're like you should be here to here. It's not. It's like for your age, for this, for that. Like it should
To bring you up to speed, Samantha and I are being destroyed night by night by this fucking watch.
No, you've done this to me. I blame you for my destruction.
You have planted all these little seeds in my head of like perfect sleep, and now I'm distraught
Who?
over it. You have.
What do I know about perfect sleep?
You trying to obtain it at some point in our friendship, and now I'm obsessed with getting perfect sleep.
Well, I was never obsessed before I was being scored on it. And last night I slept like incredible, and I was it was like good 88. I'm like,
You're like,
do you know who's gonna get gifted this watch?
I was just about to say,
This
Jock.
watch is gonna get this one.
This exact one.
No. I'm gonna give him mine.
No. No, then we can't talk as a group. There's a black one. We'll get him.
I don't want to add this kind of neuroses to Jacques.
Look
Is
at
this
him.
like a whoop?
Does he look stressed out?
Is it a what?
Is it a whoop?
It's not
What's,
a whoop.
a whoop. Yeah, that came up yesterday when I Googled HRV. What's a whoop?
A whoop's
It's like this.
a yeah.
It's like a
watch?
recovery. Yeah, it's like a fitness
Does
device.
it have a face? Does it tell you anything? Or
It
is
does
like,
tell you stuff. Yeah, it's
No.
sort of.
You would hate it, Samantha.
Yeah.
It's really
But
ugly.
is it like something you wear and then you go to an app and it tells you stuff, or does it actually
Yes.
tell you stuff on the face?
You go to the app.
You go to the app. You can't, like, when Bert's working out, I'm like, what's your heart rate? He's like, I don't know, let me check. And he has to open the app and look.
I didn't realize that. I don't like that.
Me either.
Don't worry, you're getting a black Garmin Vivo.
No, he's not. Don't do this to
I
him.
wonder- Jacques,
You're
do you
gonna
drink every
destroy his
night?
life.
No.
What do you do? Just go to bed?
What?
What do you do? Just go to bed?
No.
Oh, you do other stuff. Some dark shit, Jacques. Ooh, that's sadistic. I don't even want to know what he does to go to bed.
What's sadistic? What,
He
how
won't-
many
he
nights a
won't
week
tell
do you
us.
drink?
What? Me? No, Jacques?
No, Jacques.
Yeah, how many nights drink? Night?
Probably 2 to 3.
Oh,
So sensible.
What, your doctor tell you to do that? Oh, 2 to 3. When you say 2 to
They
3,
make
is
me
it
feel
like?
such a dork?
Well, look at your little kickers.
That's Cottie's like main goal in life. Is she just wants to mess with you.
I never had a little sibling, and now I feel like I have one. When
A
you
little sibling that could hold you in his arms and like rock you.
in his little kickers, his size 8 shoes. Jacques,
They're not size 8. Yeah.
they're not size 8. He is available, ladies, and it's not a size 8.
Size 12. It's a very respectable size.
Duran's like a size 20.
15. It's not something you want. It's hard to find shoes.
15. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nephews are like 13 and 14.
That's
Size shoe,
fucking
not
huge.
age. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. Greg is like a size like 9.5, 10 or something.
Stop it. No, he's
He's
not.
like a 10. He's a 10. Jason, my brother-in-law, is a size
Don't say
9.5 or something. Yeah.
I don't think I could handle that.
Okay. So thank you for that love letter. You sweet
That makes
little,
me sad.
sweet little woman. You're a good-looking
It keeps
woman.
us connected. I wish there were a part of this where you could just touch your watch to know.
No,
I'm
but if
thinking
I
of
cut
you.
to like a month and a half ago, I was like footloose and fancy free, living my life, and now I'm like, oh God! Every morning I wake up, I'm like,
What are my stats?
I hate it. I hate it. I want out
Really?
of this prison, and I want to put you in it. Actually, I
I don't
don't.
know how I deal.
I want freedom for everyone.
No, I want Jacques to be in the prison with me. We're already in Lent prison together.
Yeah, we are.
How
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing, Jacques?
I'm doing pretty well.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
You every time I say that, it's like a look of surprise on your face. You're like, Lent. Oh yeah, Lent. You don't. I don't bet you don't even remember what we gave up.
Fluffy
Yes, I do.
bread.
What?
Fluffy bread.
It was bread and milk.
Yeah.
Dairy, not milk.
Dairy. Yeah, dairy. Yeah. all milk products.
I bet you're going ham at night on milk.
I'm not going hand in
What,
hand
like
at
a
milk.
baba before bed?
Well, he's not drinking.
Okay, so my sister, I don't know if anybody's been following my sister. I put my push notifications back on Instagram, so I'm like a little bit more like, not so much
Engaged.
living under a rock. My sister's has started this second account called the shirt off my back or
Yeah.
something. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So she's like selling her own things / other people's things on Instagram Live, and she's giving a certain amount of the proceeds to, I think, the hostage families, and mostly like the Israel charities, different things. I don't know exactly what. So last night she had her first live, and it was so frantic. I could not look away. It was so gratifying to watch, but then also like I was traumatized by it because it was just like, what's this one? This one's 600. Who wants it? And then the first person to be like, mine, 600, like gets it. So somebody was like trying to keep track of all these comments. My mom's on it. She's like dressing my mom doll. She calls her mom doll. She's like dressing her up.
Stop it.
And like then Jenny's in a bra like half of the time, like trying to. And Jenny has like an inordinate amount of blazers. We're like, dude, you used to like.
She does have
be
a
like
lot
a board
of
member
blazers.
for
Yeah.
like some sort of corporation. Because she kind of likes to dress like a power lesbian. We've decided. She does. She's like, she wants to kind of dress like a man, usually. That's her aesthetic. Trousers.
Yeah, she does. I dig that look, though.
So she had, like, designer vintage stuff, which, like, I'm not the vintage girl. And also wouldn't buy something blind without trying it on. But I do think people were buying it to sort of help the charity. And, so I think people can justify, like, okay, fine, I'm going to buy it. Then at the very end, she, like, started, like, grabbing Chanel bags. Like black classic flap Chanel bags, and we're like 6,000. And then her friend like called in and was like, "You can't sell that for less than 8,000." And then people were like, "I'll pay 8,000 for it." Those flaps
my
are like
God.
crazy. I think they're like 9,000 now. If you went to the store.
What are, wait,
the
just
Chanel?
the classic?
Yeah. So she sold a few Chanel bags. I think they auctioned off some jewelry from someone who donated, a jewelry designer who donated jewelry. It was like a fascinating.
But how do we know these people that are bidding are good for their money?
Because they then they DM her. This was the chaotic part. I kept like writing comments to try to like help her organize it, but I realized very quickly that it would be very hard to, no matter how organized you were, it's tricky to keep track of that.
Yeah.
People do it all the time. I know a few vintage jewelry people, like sellers, that will do that, like the live.
I have
And
a
it's
friend
kind of
that
exciting.
I have a friend that just posts on Instagram selling things.
Yeah.
And it's a little less. She should do it like that.
It's more exciting like that, but it's harder to keep track of. So somebody was like moderating it. I think once at the beginning, she didn't have a moderator. Then she put a moderator on so they could kind of keep track. So then, and I was saying you should have someone also sign up to be a backup in case that person falls through. So then once they DMs and then they verify they were first, then they Venmo her.
Shit.
Then my mom's in the background, like, I'm like, so I called my mom on her phone. I'm like, Mom, put me on with Jenny. And Jenny's like, I gotta go. It was so
How many hours
insane.
was this?
It was an hour and a half.
I wonder how much she raised.
Well, I mean, I don't know that she's giving it all to charity.
Oh.
I mean,
She's got
an $8,000 Chanel bag.
recoup
Well, I don't
a little.
know. I mean, she's definitely a portion. And then, oh my God, this is what killed me. And then we can move on. This woman, she has all these really sort of loyal followers. And my sister what is her handle? At Jenny and Teets too, or something. This one woman said, I can't afford any of this, but, like teacher salary, but, it's all so great. And what you're doing is so amazing. And then Jenny was like, wait, hold on a second. She was like, what size are you or something? Or like, what can I, like what, like, don't worry, I'm going to do something for you. Like, what do you want? I'm going to find you an outfit. And the woman wrote back, I'm too big for clothes.
Bless her heart. Are you fucking kidding?
So Jenny goes, this Bottega Veneta unused wallet, $1,000. $1,000 wallet going to you. DM me your address. You're getting this. I've never used it. Like the whole thing. And then the woman kind of went like blank for a second. And Jenny's like, I'm totally hooked on you. You gotta like write me back. And everyone was like, I'm a teacher.
Oh,
this whole thing. But
God.
it was so
That's
like
so
beautiful.
sweet.
It made me
Oh,
want to
so
cry.
wholesome.
Yeah. The woman was like, I'm too big for clothes.
I mean, it's probably like 2% of the country that could fit into her clothing. She's like a 0 or
anywhere.
2.
Well, I feel like all her vintage stuff was anywhere from like 2, 4, or 6, kind of. You know, it's all
That's
kind
very
of,
tiny, especially vintage.
Yeah. Well, yes, exactly. That's what Jenny was saying. But it was really, really cute. That was the highlight for me when Jenny
bless
was
her
like,
heart.
she's like, I'm gonna find you something. She was like, you like this? I'm gonna send this to you. DM me your address. Like it was so cute. But I think she's gonna do them again. And now I'm like, everything I've ever sold to like Real or like, you know, all my designer stuff, I'm like, they're getting like half. I'm like, I'd rather Jenny sell it and then I give half to charity. You know what I mean?
That's a really good point.
Well, it's cute that she's using her platform for something like this. I think it's kind of fun and like also pretty amazing that she's able to like, you know.
What are these little
people
ditties on
excited.
your feet?
These are, okay, when I first saw them, I was like, they look kind of like
remember
Munster-y.
this conversation.
But I like how low they are.
Yeah, I do too.
And there's like a bit of a platform. It's like a low platform UGG.
I dig them.
On the low.
I'm very
Thank you.
into
My
'em.
mother-in-law bought them for me for Hanukkah.
Oh, that's a sweet gift.
I know. I really love them though. And as Ezra puts them on and he's like walks around like, because they're like 3 inches. And he's like, I love these.
Those are great.
Right? Uh-huh. They are great. I thought you were going to make fun of them.
No, not at all. I like them.
So, Jacques a hit.
I know. You're an internet sensation, John.
Consensus is that you're kind of a hit. People are loving you.
I'd love to hear that.
Why do all the statics of me look like I'm doing meth?
What do you mean?
I'm like,
All the statics of me highlight these wrinkles out here.
oh, really? Because I look like Underbite Sally. Like,
Underbite Sally.
I mean, every
Don't
static.
you have an open bite?
I have an
Haven't we
open bite.
established that?
What's an open bite?
It's this.
Didn't you listen to our episode about when she was feeding the dolphins? And she had to put the sardine super far back?
We were all gagging on like fins on our molars. It was fucking disgusting. I was like, I don't even want to feed the dolphin. I was like, can I use my hand? They're like, it might bite your hand. I'm like, oh, so I'm going to deep throat a fish and wish for the
But
the
it
best?
won't bite your face? I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
know.
Yeah, right.
I was
Won't
like, so
take your
far
tongue
it's
out of
just
your
like
mouth?
eyes and a little fin
I'll
mouth
take your
coming
tongue,
out.
Too.
It was so you never got that taste out of your mouth.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
So what else is going on? What current events do you have to talk to me about?
Oh. What? Let me think. Oh my God!
What?
It's Leap Day.
No, is it?
It's Leap Day today.
Oh, it is.
Oh my
the
God,
first-
Kottie!
Guys, it's freaking Leap Day. What does that happen every 4 years?
Yeah, every 4 years.
You know how much worse we're gonna look this time in 4 years? Maybe not. We might be taught.
We might
Like
have
my
had
mic.
have had our neck and face lifted. Yeah, what goes on this day? It's
People
it's
celebrate their
it's
birthday?
It's like a free day. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, people that were born.
That's really crazy. So then, what do they do?
They just celebrate the day before or after every year.
That's weird.
I remember that when I was a kid, there was always like, I remember meeting a few kids who were born on February 29th.
Jock
and they were
bullshit.
like,
There's no way you met a few.
Yeah, he did.
No, I remember meeting at least 2 different ones, and there was one
trust
in
him.
the. Thank you.
What are you, his sponsor? Like, there's a few kids.
I just
that
remember
were-
because it was like a core memory for me as
I'm
a
good
child.
cop.
There was this kid who was like 12 who was like, I'm actually only 3 years old. All you are way older than me. I'm actually only 3 years old because my birthday's only happened 3 times in my life.
I hope you beat
I've
him up.
cheated time and space. Can you look up famous people born on February 29th, please?
Yes.
Can I get famous people for 100?
You know what I would do if I were born on Leap Day? I would count 365 every year.
Just do your own calendar?
Yeah, I'd do my own calendar for my kid. And that would be the day we celebrate.
Ja Rule,
Okay. Yeah.
Mark Foster,
Mark Foster.
No one good?
Antonio Sabato Jr.,
Oh, big deal.
Tony Robbins,
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Dinah Shore.
No one good. So what
Okay,
you're
we're
done-
going
Dennis-
deeper on this list that I just don't.
Ja Rule.
Dennis
We'll
Farina.
stick. We'll
So
stick,
Ja
stick
Rule's
with Ja
only
Rule.
like 9.
Ja Rule's 9.
Yes, Ja Rule's 9.
Ja
Ja
Rule's
Rule
not
has
even
the
double
best
digits.
voice.
He does have the best
He
voice.
really. Thank you, Jock.
Oh God, are you becoming good cop?
It's bullshit. He knows several people born on Leap Day, but okay.
Several.
We'll let
He
him.
stays in
We'll let
touch.
him craft his own
He's
narrative for this
He's
story.
in touch with them.
Yeah.
I said new. I think as well. We'll check the tape. Britt, run that back.
New.
Sure, Jock.
So yesterday I was sending Sandra. So I was watching somebody else's reel, and when they were doing clips, they were posting these photos. Like, you know, when we talk about something, and we're like Bianca, and they would like do a little like image of Bianca below
Oh yeah.
as we talk. So I was like, Sandra, you should do this. So then yesterday she's like, can you send me some photos of Bianca? I can't wait to see what she does.
She's like, she probably looks like my statics.
She actually looks.
Hello.
Underbat Sally here. No, she didn't look. I was trying to like sort of capture her
In a youthful state.
senility. No, I couldn't. She kind of looks like.
What was
young.
that $10,000 word?
Senility?
Senility? What does that mean?
Senile? Someone who's
Oh.
senile?
Is that an actual word?
It
Jock.
is. It is. Oh, please.
It is. That's an SAT word right there.
I'll say.
Give it to me.
That's what we call
Give it to me.
$10,000 words. We get it. You're smart.
I'm sort of smart.
How's she doing?
Fine. Really. I told you she fell from like 10 feet the other day.
She was like, take my own life.
She fell from like 8 or 9 feet off these stairs, but into a hedge. And then all of a sudden I heard like, I saw it happen, but I wasn't close enough to grab her. And I thought I was like, she was just going to be on the floor, like, you know, like pancaked
Sprawled out.
out. And she literally like popped back up and was like,
The world keeps spitting that dog back out. You can't even
What did she
take
say?
her.
Can't keep a good can't keep a good dog down.
She's like, "Meow."
She just was like, woo, gotta get up. I gotta get up. Yeah.
This dog sounds like the dog from. Have you ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
It's a show where they have one of the
I know the
characters
show.
has a dog, Poppins, that's
Yeah,
like apparently
Poppins.
26 years old and has
Poppins.
never died. And
Poppins.
it's like it's been in explosions and lived through them. This was
Poppins
dog
is the
sounds like that.
greatest.
That's a great-
greatest name. So my housekeeper claimed that her dog, who like just finally passed away last year, was 23, and I'm like, I don't believe you.
Did
She's
people
like, I'm like, do
interview
you
her?
mean 13 or? Like, she's like, no, 23. I'm like, okay. I really don't believe it. Is that real?
My dog lived to 18.
Shock, can we see if like it's possible for
We got
a dog to live to like 23 or 24?
Bobby, the oldest dog ever, stripped of lived to 31 years
Yeah,
and
it
165
is possible.
days.
What was it eating? Was it on Kottie's nutritionist diet? Like,
Probably.
that's crazy. 30. What kind of dog?
Bobby was said to have been fed human food soaked in water to remove seasoning.
Oh.
Ew.
Bobby? What was his name?
Bobby.
Bobby.
Wait,
Maybe
you
it
know
was
what I was
Bobby.
thinking about? Not to totally shift gears.
Let's shift gears.
You know how kids' pants have the button with the elastic in it?
Yeah. In the waist. He doesn't know.
You don't know that, do
He
you?
doesn't have kids.
I'm trying to think of when I was a kid.
You didn't have them. We didn't have them when we were kids.
Oh.
So in kids' pants, there's a little slit in it, and it's got a button.
Mm-hmm.
And in the slit comes like a little loop
There's
of
a bunch
elastic
of buttonholes.
and
so
bunch of
you
buttonholes. So you can gather it. You can pull
Tighten the
it
waistband.
tighter.
Yeah, or
to
loosen it.
make. Why did we stop doing that at a certain age? Why don't we have that?
Because I mean, as a kid, if it's like a little bunchy in the waist, I think it's like no one's thinking about it. But if you had like a little bunch in the waist,
I'd
it's,
be like, sorry, it's a thin day.
I don't know.
Like, why don't we have that?
Invent it. See if it's profitable. I'm not sure it's the greatest idea you've ever had.
Really?
You could make every day a thin day. You could go like a size up and
thin
you just get it tight every
Yeah,
single time.
seriously.
Everyone sees it's bunched up. They're like, wow.
Just
she's
go
a
in
kid.
out, in out.
Every day's a thin day with Kottie.
I just a thought. Jeez, tough crowd. I'm a gainer. I fluctuate.
No, I
I'd
get
like
what you
options.
mean. I feel like for kids' clothes, up to like size 14, they should still do it because what they stop doing it usually. I don't know in kids' clothes at like size 8 or something.
8.
Yes, and my boys are like not like big boys, but they're not like some of these. Like I ordered a size 8 for Dom, who's 6, and you know he's a big 6, but he's not a big 8, right? And they were sweatpants, and the waistband is like this big for like a little French boy or something. I'm like, I have to send these back.
A little French
no,
boy.
but like those should
this
like
child smokes cigarettes.
why not have like why not have bigger and a drawstring or whatever you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Because
My point exactly.
this happens to all my boys. I mean, all the time.
I mean, I put pants on Ted today that were 4T. The kid's almost 7.
You have the opposite problem.
He's got like, and then they're like 6 inches too short.
I love that look, though.
Well, he's
Little
crushing
French
it then.
My dream is to like have all my pants short on me because I'm just so tall and thin.
See, I got a pair of jeans that were short. They were like clam diggers, and I was like, this looks odd.
Did you ever order those jeans that
They
have?
looked so bad on me.
What?
It was remarkable.
No. Why didn't you send me a photo?
It was because I didn't want that living on the cloud. It was that bad. Where I was like, how did I manage to make this look so bad?
I don't believe it. You have great legs.
Oh, that's why I can't cover those.
What do you mean cover them?
I can't cover the legs.
What is it? What?
I have no waist, so
Oh.
my waist is bigger, so I have to size up for something to fit my waist.
No, but
and
you
then,
look great in jeans.
I know. Did I show you my body scan picture?
For a second, let's talk about that. So, Kottie, last
2 weeks
first of all,
ago?
you got this back pretty fast.
I got it back in 5 days.
Didn't they tell you 3 weeks?
No, 2 weeks.
So, Kottie did Pernova. How do you say it?
Prenuvo.
Prenuvo. The
Prenuvo.
full body scan. Oh my God, I
Yes.
can't believe we haven't talked about this. So,
I know.
she did this 2 weekends ago, and it's the full body scan where they're supposed to see if, like, you know, any underlying thing is going on that you're not aware of. And she came out squeaky clean.
I had a few minor ailments.
Such as?
I have lumbar issues. I have a pain in my back. I feel
who
it every
doesn't?
morning. Who doesn't? Where I was like, thought it was, and I'm very serious. I thought it was a tumor because an executive I knew had cancer, and he always said I had always had a pain in my back, but everyone has pain in their back. And
Because
he's like,
your
I wish
spine like compresses over the years.
So it was like they were like an arthritic like disc. I don't know,
Yeah,
in lower back.
a degenerative disc.
Yeah. So I've got that,
Everyone,
and then I've
everyone
got
above like
an
35
old
has
neck,
an old neck. Okay, same.
and
Mine's on the outside front.
I have dense breasts, aka perfect.
Same.
Same. And I have a fibroid, and I have water in my cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac?
Don't know what that means. Don't Google it either. And
Sounds like an innuendo.
Yeah.
I think that's it. But squeaky fucking clean, in my opinion.
Dense breasts are. None of that is anything you do anything about. Like I think your breast tissue gets denser as you get older. Am I
No,
right? Or
it's fatter. Dense means they're.
no. Can we Google dense breast tissue?
I mean, his search history is so creepy.
Dense breast tissue. I guess does it get more dense as you age? Because I've recently when I have my mammogram, I have to do ultrasounds. Have you ever had to do that?
No, I haven't. Let me show you.
What is
Your
it?
breast tissue tends to become less dense as
Less-
you age.
Oh, so I must
So
just
some
be
women
youthful.
may have dense breast tissue at any age.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jacques.
It becomes
Jacques'
more.
gonna be like
Dense is like.
you're gonna know everything.
I know,
like,
I'm
by
going to
the
learn so many
yeah.
factoids.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. Dense, it's like you're still in place, and then it's. Like it just gets tired and starts.
No, that
facing
makes
the
sense.
ground.
That makes sense.
Okay, so Jacques, I'm going to show you what my skin looked like.
Exciting.
Oh, it is exciting. She's like an
It's-
alien blob.
So
I'm
what
gonna
even is like? Is it like a full body?
So it's a
Like
full
almost
body
like a CAT
MRI,
scan? MRI,
except
okay.
the issue that I've heard most people talk about and why some people aren't doing it that otherwise would be doing it is because typically when you have an MRI, they give you contrast. It's like a dye. They do it via IV. Have you ever had an MRI?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So they usually do contrast, which can give the radiologist like a much clearer picture of whatever they're looking at. So with this Pernova, I always say it wrong. They don't do contrast, but they're still able to see. Looks
I'll
pretty
send
good.
these
Yeah.
to Sandra. So the white on the outside, that's fat. So
Water
I
weight,
look
water
fucking
weight.
huge in my.
Send that to Sandra.
You want to see the most disgusting profile pic you've ever seen?
Yeah.
Look at my ass.
Why is it so low?
Why does it look like
So
my
Jacques.
pelvis has given
So
up on
Jacques.
life?
Given up on life.
How gross is that?
Given up.
Okay, you're laughing a little too hard.
It's, the way you're presenting it is very funny.
Detail of my pelvis. How fucking
Oh.
gross. Like, what's happening?
Our bodies
Look
are
at my
weird.
double chin.
No.
How was Mike's scan?
Great.
Does he have dense breast tissue also?
He does too. He showed me his photos first, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Whoa, look at how huge you are." He's like, "Fuck off, pull up yours."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god, we're all this big."
I think it's just like it's just the way that it's capturing. So you're happy you did it?
I'm
Is
happy
the
I
moral
did
of
it.
the story? Because we've
Yeah.
been talking about this scan, I think, for like a year.
Yeah, we really have.
Yeah. So I'm.
And I was scared to do it.
No, I know. I would be too, and I'm happy that we're finally like closing the loop on it.
And I got it. I was showering this past weekend to go to an award ceremony, and
Yeah.
I got the phone call, and that naked little thick body was like, "Oh, my results are in." Okay, and I was like, put the phone down. I'm like, do I enjoy my night, or do I just rip the Band-Aid off? So I was like, I'm gonna shower first.
Yeah.
So I showered, and then I'm like, am I gonna enjoy my night, or I'm gonna like, it's my last moment of happiness.
That's how I felt before the garment.
Just eating a bowl of ice
It's
cream.
my last moment of just freedom, thinking I'm squeaky clean. And then I couldn't help myself. I was like, me.
Well, I mean, I think it is cool that you've done it. I don't
Yeah,
know if I
totally.
would do it.
Well, I mean, my dad thought it was crazy that I was doing it.
Would you do it, Jacques?
I definitely would.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
I do too.
Was it like 30 minutes, an hour sort of
An
thing
hour.
of being in there? I remember
Yeah.
my MRI was long.
They put a
Yeah.
helmet on you with a mirror, like a rear view mirror with a helmet, so you can watch Netflix the whole time.
Sweet.
And then they put you like,
They strap you in.
they don't strap you in.
Oh.
You lay down, and then they like push your arms so that you don't move, and then
Yeah.
they put sandbags on you. And so I was like, for example, I saw the hole like this that I was going into, and the bed was like laying at the bottom. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. And then I lay down, and the bed goes up like 6 feet, and I was like, holy fuck.
So you're close to the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what made me go. Like, we were in, and no one's in the room with you, and I'm like, this is happening. I'm going to have a panic attack. But then
Do they give you like a little like hand?
yeah.
Yeah. You're like.
So I was like, I'm going to save this for when I really need it.
Yeah,
like
and then-
Panic
and
at
then
the
you made
Disco.
it.
I made it through.
Yeah.
What'd you watch on
Oh, bad idea.
Yeah. What'd you watch?
American Nightmare?
Oh my
So
god.
I wanted
How is that?
It's pretty fucking good.
Netflix? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was like flustered and I didn't know what
American
episode I left off on. So I went in not knowing a lot on the third episode. But I was like, I can't.
Wait, can we do a quick recap on that? Do you know what that like? It's about the guy's girlfriend that goes missing from the home invasion.
Yes.
And can you just give me like a quick like synopsis?
So,
Because I
yes.
spoiler alert, because I'm not going to watch it. But I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
curious. Like, and then she reappears.
So anyway,
Yeah.
it was really, really weird.
Yeah.
And the amount of details. So it's a couple.
Yeah.
It's a couple.
In like what, like 10 years ago?
Yeah, they work at a hospital, I think.
Okay.
He had just broken up with his ex-fiance, who also works at the hospital.
Okay.
So a guy came in a mask and drugged both of them with like NyQuil and like maybe Xanax.
Really? It's like, I'll wait.
We're all gonna sit here together for 30 minutes until it kicks in.
Wait.
Just, here's Benadryl for your next one. Like,
Okay, go on.
so he drugs both of them with like over-the-counter shit.
For real though?
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe a made up
Zip
story.
ties their arms behind their back.
Okay.
Everyone thinks it's made up.
Okay.
And then puts goggles on him and puts tape. And then I think rapes her in the house, but anyway, takes her and leaves him.
Mhm.
And so he ends up like calling the police the next morning, like he's still zip tied.
Mhm.
And they're like, wait,
I
you're
heard the
telling
call.
me,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you waited this long. He's
Yeah.
like, and it was very detailed. He's like, they gave me NyQuil.
How did he
then
get out
they
of the
gave
zip
me,
tie?
I don't know.
Okay.
Again, I skipped forward.
Okay, fine.
So anyway,
Give me your version of the story.
she disappears for like a week, and then in the end of the first episode, you see video, like outside surveillance video of her walking back to her dad's apartment, just like la 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 la, and then goes to the
Wait.
police and is like, "This is what they did," and they were
Wait,
drilling
hold
the
on.
boyfriend.
Where do you see her coming from to her like from
They dropped her off in the middle of the street,
Oh, okay.
and she just walks right into her.
But
and
like how much later?
like a week maybe.
Okay.
So this whole time the boyfriend's being interrogated and they're
Yeah.
trying to break him, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, why
Yeah.
would I make this up?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah.
And they're like, your girlfriend just surfaced. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Turns out the attack was intended for the ex-fiance. But anyway, long story short.
Orchestrated by who?
This is where we're getting to.
Have you seen it? Okay.
So am I right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so anyway,
Oh, good.
this
God
is a good
knows.
fact
Okay.
check because
Yeah.
I missed an episode. So anyway, she tells her story, police, and then police come out being like, you've wasted valuable time and resources. You're both fucking liars.
Yeah.
They want to try her for what? Like,
Obstruction of justice,
yes,
I think.
like waste
a
of
few different
funds, like all this
things.
shit.
Yeah.
So they were not in it together? The girlfriend and the boyfriend?
the girlfriend and the boyfriend are aligned with their story of like, they drugged
Oh,
us. I
okay.
was kidnapped.
Okay.
I was raped
Okay.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
But the police don't believe them.
Okay.
So then this police in another county, police officer in another county, I don't know how she got tipped off to the real guy. But anyway, found this guy that was creepy as fuck
Yeah.
and found like zip ties and all this shit and then ended
Benadryl.
up and Benadryl and NyQuil
Okay.
and gripe water.
For colicky babies.
And so she finds a hair gripe water.
That's amazing. That's $1 million reference. Okay.
Finds a golden hair, a blonde hair in the
Yeah.
trunk, and is
Uh-huh.
like, she's been watching this. So anyway, she keeps calling the police, but they keep deflecting because I don't think they want to show their cards that maybe they were wrong.
Yeah.
This guy is like a Harvard grad,
Okay.
and why did he?
What was the
flip out?
motive?
What was the motive?
I
I
think
was
he was just
panicking at this
insane.
point in the MRI.
He was just insane?
I think
Yeah.
he was just like a really bad guy.
Yeah,
But what do you mean intended for the ex-wife?
yeah. What was that? So none of it really made sense.
So did any of it like amount to anything? Why would they think that the girlfriend and the boyfriend would have done that? Like what would be their motive for obstructing justice? Do you know what I mean?
No idea.
It's because that movie Gone Girl had come out
Oh,
like 2 years
yes,
before.
yes,
So
yes.
that was the whole thing. Is that was
They're like-
all
they're
over
trying
like,
to-
national news.
yeah.
They were like real life Gone Girl. And
Yeah.
they were like they're all just trying to have their 15 minutes of fame, and
Yeah.
that's what they were accusing.
Yeah.
Both of them of.
Oh, yeah, because Gone Girl, she
She just
disappeared.
walks up to
Yeah.
the.
Yeah. Okay. But
Okay,
instead, it was just a crazy guy who targeted them randomly,
Yes.
Yes.
And let me go to his page, Matthew Mollen.
and she was raped by him.
Yes.
Yes.
He was like, in order for me not to kill you, I'm gonna have to rape you.
That's horrible. So is that right?
Yes.
I don't know what the.
I remember like there was a weird thing where he was like, I'm gonna
have to. I don't want to do
it.
this,
It
but I'm
was a
gonna
weird
have
thing
to
like
rape
that,
So
yeah.
you.
where did he take her for a week?
We don't know. She was goggled, but it was like a
Goggled.
few days in that he was like, "When I'm out of the room, you can remove your goggles," and she did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is she like so traumatized?
So anyway, the end ends with her and her husband.
Yeah.
They get like a shitty amount of money from the police department. I think maybe like $2 million for like being accused of all this shit. But they end up having 2 little girls.
Later. Oh wait, they sued them for like
Yeah, for
ruining
being
their
like,
life.
thanks for ruining our
Yeah,
lives
yeah.
and making us feel like shit.
Okay, so then they later have 2 kids.
They later have 2 kids.
Okay.
And it ends with him being like, I hope these girls are as strong as their mom. Because you find out in the last episode that, like, not only did she go through this traumatic shit of being kidnapped, gagged, drugged, raped,
Yeah.
she was also molested as a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was raped in college.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like, she
has,
was
like,
like,
an
what have I
awful history
done?
with sexual
Like,
abuse.
horrible history of sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm.
How many episodes was this?
3,
Yeah,
and I
it's only
skipped
3.
1.
I am so happy that you guys just gave me the cliff notes on that. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to
So
watch
it
it.
was-
They
yeah.
were Netflix was pushing it hard.
Yeah, they were.
Because it's a
Yeah.
really weird
Yeah.
story.
It is really weird,
again,
and it gets you
yes.
in the first like
Weird,
episode.
but yes. But I'm like, a story like that's so weird. I really want like a payoff of like somehow it was
He's in prison,
it
right?
was targeted
Yeah,
or
40
something.
years.
Like there was a reason. And
That's it?
how
Yeah,
many?
I know, right?
4
40
years.
years.
40. Well, he didn't kill anyone.
Wait, what?
I think he did kill some people, no?
Well, the way he got caught was it was connected to another home invasion.
Yeah, he liked to
Oh.
do this.
4 to 8 years, you said?
40
years.
40
It's probably
years.
like 40 to life, maybe. something like that.
Well, yeah, but it's strange that it was just a random thing. It seems like it was
Yeah.
It seems too weird that it would just.
It's weird.
It was like heavily orchestrated too. Like I'm pretty sure they came in like scuba equipment or something,
Oh,
like hiding
yeah.
their entire.
Wait.
Hiding
What
their
was with the
profile.
scuba gear?
How
A
many?
lot.
Wait, there was more than one person who came in?
No, it was just him. There was a lot of head scratching moments. Where I was like, well, that's odd.
The whole thing sounds like a head scratch.
I think that's what police were obviously thrown by too. They were like, wait, what? He gave you NyQuil?
Which I think was the intention behind the whole thing. I think that's what it was that he was coming in.
Oh, and he never
like,
had a real gun. It was like a play gun.
Yeah,
he
it was
spray
like
you
a
mean
pop
like,
gun.
so if he did get caught, he's like, I didn't really do anything that bad.
So like when these people went to the Vallejo Police Department,
Yeah.
they were like, this is what happened. They were like, what the hell are you talking
Doesn't
about?
sound very
There's no way that
sophisticated.
happened. You're definitely making this up.
I can't handle, well, this obviously being a documentary on real events. I feel like all the shows lately that I've been watching are head scratchers. Like I'm like, why have I invested? Why am I watching this? Like I just finished Expats, which I won't ruin for everyone. But again, at the end, like I felt very empty and like no peace.
That's what I felt like
There was no like payoff.
the End of the World movie, where I was like, wait, now we're what?
There was no payoff on that.
It's like, what the fuck?
I'm watching this new one, Constellation, it's an Apple Plus show. I don't know, I'm halfway through and I'm like, I already see it. I'm like, this is gonna be one of those ones that has no payoff and like leaves me just
scrambling at the end going, well, that's over.
I haven't watched a show recently where I feel like, oh yeah, it was worth it, you know?
Well, you know what I'm watching right now?
What?
Fucking Dune.
Oh, I love Dune.
What?
The movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved it too.
I love Dune.
Okay, so we're seeing Dune
Jacques, like,
Saturday night, Mike and I are.
Oh, you are?
Oh, you
'Cause-
are. I'm so jealous.
It has to be 70 millimeter
Yeah, it does.
and like an IMAX theater.
I want to see it. It's going to be packed.
It's gonna be awesome.
We couldn't
You
find
saw it already?
No, but I saw an extended preview of it when I went to saw a movie this weekend into 70 millimeter theater at the TCL
Yeah,
Chinese Theater.
that's where we're going.
And it was like it was like a 6.5 minute preview.
Oh,
and
the
it was
first one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty, the scale of it.
Extended preview of part 2.
Yeah, extended
Yes.
preview of part 2
Got
that I
it.
saw before the movie that I saw.
Oh, wait, when?
On Saturday.
At previews.
On Saturday? How long is that?
The extended
3?
preview?
Yeah.
It was like 6.5 minutes.
The fucking
It was
movie's
before
3
the other
hours.
movie that I was there to see.
Oh, you're like, I just went for that.
So I'm like 40 minutes in or an hour in. No, it comes out today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I'm so can you guys just give me the Cliffs Notes? Because I'm like, okay, this is like Game
that's
of Thrones, where I'm like,
No,
these
it's
are
not.
all these imaginary fucking
no, it's
worlds.
not
They're
like
all
Game of Thrones.
signing.
It's a remake of a movie that was made in like what,
The
80
70s.
something?
Yeah, but it's based on this like insane book series that's like I think there's like 12 books and
Holy
they're all like
mother.
800
Who made the movie? The other
pages.
one, Terry Gilliam?
David Lynch.
Dave Lynch.
yeah.
No, he made the first one?
He was the first one. I want to say that was the first
Yeah.
attempt at an adaptation of it because everyone always said it was unadaptable because it's on such a big scale. Like it's kind of like Star Wars times 4.
But it's
in terms
creepier,
of
more
all the
sci-fi,
lore
and
the
darker,
politics.
and I'm so into it.
It's definitely darker.
So, okay, so he's royalty. They take over the Spice People.
Yes, the Spice People, the Spice
And
Girls.
now what?
Yeah.
The Spice World.
It's so good. Well, there was never a second ever.
Of the original now.
Yeah, there never was, and I don't know if they covered like different.
That's what I was just going to say.
Parts
I
of
don't
the
remember the first
material.
one. 1984, first one. Thank you, not the 70s.
Okay, so I
little weirdo.
should I watch it again because I'm kind of flailing.
I don't even think you need to watch the 84 one.
No, I'm not watching that.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
It is good, though, too. Have you watched it?
I actually haven't.
Oh, it's
I've only seen like clips of it.
Okay,
great.
so
Yeah. So wait, who's doing this? David Lynch did the first one. Who's doing...
Denis Villeneuve.
oh, okay, we get it.
We got
He's
it.
What
huge,
are you
though.
on Rotten Tomatoes?
Is he-
Are you a
is he-
voter?
Yeah, he's huge.
From this?
He's no, he's done a bunch of other stuff too, but he
Tell
did do
us.
the first one.
Is he a leap year baby?
He's got a
You've known tons of them.
Let's see.
A dozen friends. They're all born on this rare day every 4 years.
He did Blade Runner, Arrival,
Oh my God.
Sicario, Incendies, Prisoners.
Wow. Blade Runner, though. How old is this guy?
He did like Enemy too. He's 56.
Okay.
He did Blade Runner 2049. Sorry.
Ridley
Ridley
okay.
Scott did that
Blade
original
Runner, the
Blade Runner.
original, was like in the
Yeah,
70s.
I think that was like 1980.
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
79.
yeah.
He's established. So wait a minute.
I'll
So-
speak for Jacques and I loved the first one, as I think
The second one's gonna be like
I can't wait.
Really?
it's gonna be so good.
It's
Really?
so good.
Yeah.
And it's dark, but it still stays like
Does the dad
it-
really
it-
die
like my
in number
kids,
one?
I'll let my kid. I think it's PG-13.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't go like too like it rides that line of almost being too dark where I wouldn't want my kids to see it, but it doesn't.
Okay,
It doesn't.
can I ask you guys like 4 questions?
Yeah.
When they press their watch and it turns blue and green and red, when they fight, what the fuck does that mean? No one knows. See?
I don't know exactly.
Exactly.
I don't really. I also saw that first movie
There's a
right
shield.
when it
One
came
is a
out.
shield.
That's what it is. I'm pretty sure there's like 3
Oh.
different modes or whatever.
It's
of
like
Yeah.
a
the
shield to protect them while they're fighting.
Yeah.
And I think you can go into like attack mode and then maybe like a regenerative mode,
Yeah.
and then there's a
I'll
defense
get you
mode.
one.
I don't really know. Is that the
Will
wash
that be
I'm
your
getting?
love letter? Okay,
That's
second
my
question.
love letter to you.
When his mom was like, use the voice.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It's like so
And then they're on the
creepy.
plane and he's like, ungag her. And they're like, you didn't do the right voice. And then the mom's like, ungag me. And it like works onto the mom, but not him. I'm
love
like,
it so
the
much.
fuck are we watching?
Oh my god, and you're making me want to watch the first one again. I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
need
watch
to
the first one
rewatch it.
again and then see. I'm probably gonna go next weekend to the theater because I just don't want to be around that many
Yeah.
Dune fans.
No shit. I'm going to be covered in Dune fans.
Did
on
you guys see the
Saturday.
Dune popcorn bucket?
No.
That's
Should
not
that be?
legal.
Should we give that out for our next Valentine's?
It was a promotional thing that got made fun of a ton on the internet.
Do tell. Do show.
Nothing was better than the Little Mermaid popcorn bucket that lit up at theaters.
This is it.
It's the tiniest bucket of popcorn I've ever seen.
It's like
Ew.
yeah, it was like a kind of a whole thing. Like
What's
that.
in his nose?
Where did they give that away?
They apparently did it at some promotion at like a few select theaters. I don't even know if it was AMC. I think it was a different brand.
That's a little creepy.
But no, yeah, it was all over because everyone was like, yeah.
Sandra
having
needs to
dirty
show a
thoughts
picture of
about
that. The nose
popcorn
thing is
bucket.
for him to breathe, no? Or so the spice doesn't like kill him?
I'm not sure.
So is Zendaya the Spice family?
No, they live like in the lands that other people like are uninhabitable for other people. And that's why their eyes turn blue.
Oh.
And in this one, his eyes are blue because he's like been living.
I've got to rewatch it, I think.
I think we need a recap next week.
Spice is the drug in Dune.
Yeah.
So it's like the fictional like drug that I'm pretty sure the majority of the galaxy is
Hooked on.
addicted to. Yeah.
It's like
hooked
nose
on.
candy that changes your eye color.
I don't know. It's a psychedelic drug.
Oh.
Oh, I love it. All right, don't worry about it.